TCN Podcast. This is episode 15. I am Shane.
Josh.
I'm Nick.
He's Nick. So we were kind of talking a little bit about, I've been doing those One Piece videos, the chapter reviews, and I was kind of complaining about how I hate editing videos and stuff like that. But so what I was saying was what I basically do is, so for the first two I made, I just sat down, started recording, and then would edit everything, like have to edit like, you know, this 5 seconds out and so on and so forth, and then put the pictures in and shit like that.
Yeah.
But what I did this video, which it took a slightly longer amount of time, but it was actually like easier, I guess you could say, was so if I'm talking about this set of panels, I record like my 2-minute clip for that set of panels.
Oh yeah.
And then I hit stop recording.
Yeah.
So like, and then like when I recorded like the intro thing that I was talking about or whatever, you know, like telling people to like and subscribe and shit.
Right.
I'd record that and then I'd stop it because
Yeah. I mean,
well, like
definitely easy.
so like the music doesn't like line up perfectly, but I don't really think that like really takes away from it. It's just, you know,
like, what do you put music?
I put like really low
when you are talking though.
Yeah, it's like really.
You should just put it in after. That way, it's all.
I don't know how to do that.
You just put it in like in your editing software.
Yeah.
What do you use?
DaVinci Resolve. It's a YouTube thing that I just click on like royalty free or whatever.
Oh well, I mean, you can just download any like whatever free royalty free music. You download it and you just put it into the program.
Oh,
and then
okay.
It'll just be.
So you can put it in as. I knew you could put stuff in as audio files, but
yeah.
I didn't. Like, do you know like a site that I can download that stuff on?
Well, I use Stream Beats, but YouTube has their own thing.
Oh, okay.
Like if you go into YouTube, I don't know how hard it is. I used it for like my first like 5 videos.
Yeah.
And it was kind of hard to find music that was even okay.
Yeah.
But it's like if you go to your creator dashboard, I think, or whatever, YouTube Studio, just one of the leave. Yeah, audio library. It's the very bottom. And then you can search for like genres and stuff.
Oh, I gotcha.
Free music, and then you search for library. Like,
okay,
probably do, I don't know, hip hop or something. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. That seems pretty simple. Yeah, because I really like. I don't know. Like, I'm not overly ambitious about learning like every little trick in the editing software because I'm just making like, you know, simple videos or whatever. But that would be better. Because like it doesn't sound choppy. I listen to it after I edit it, and it sounds fine.
Yeah.
But like, you know, and I'm not worried like when I do record like the small segment or whatever for when I'm talking about those set of panels. Most of the time, I try to line up my image that I put up over it to overlap the transition of the two videos, so that you don't see like me sitting here like this, and then like my head over here now or something like that. You know what I mean? So the one thing that I've noticed is like, because I don't use a script, and I don't want to, because I like just like rattling the shit off as I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, especially something like a discussion.
Right, and I'm reading it while I'm like, I read it once, and then I go on, and when I record, I'm rereading it.
Okay.
So I already have like an idea of what I'm gonna, you know, but I don't have it all placed out.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I noticed is like I say a lot when I'm like filling. So I edit all of them out, like at least most of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's also something you just have to like, be conscious of, because I didn't even notice I was doing it until Shy watched some of my videos, and she's like, you say a lot, you should stop that. I was like, okay. And then I stopped completely.
Yeah, I like rewatched the second one that I did, and I was like, oh. I'm like, I say that quite often. I'm like, because like I'm talking to myself, like I'm talking by myself.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sit there and not say anything. So I have to like.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a minute to get used to just knowing what you're gonna say like ahead of time. You have to like really think about it. That's why I just, well, I mean, it's easier with the type of videos I do.
Right.
I script it out and then just either
voice
over it or whatever.
Do you have like key talking points and stuff like that? Yeah, because like, and when I was saying I record them in like the small segments, it's I was saying it a lot less because I wasn't having to think about what I was going to say going into like the next set of panels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I would like read that set of panels, say whatever about it, and then when I hit stop, I would scroll through, read that set again, and then hit record and read it a third time
Yeah.
while I'm talking about it. So
Yeah, it's definitely a annoying habit to break.
yeah,
Because it's like, especially like you said, if you're just going off of what's in the top of your head, if you can't think of something to say, it just naturally comes out. Because I mean, I do it in normal conversation,
right.
like when I'm talking to people, and
In normal conversation, it's less weird because
Right.
someone else is also talking.
yeah.
So you're not just sitting there like in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Editing is like, I'm not gonna say it's like dreadful or anything like that, but like the chapter came out, and I'm adamant like when the chapter comes out, I'm doing it that day
Oh,
because one, I have to compete with all these other YouTubers who are huge,
yeah. Right.
you know.
That have already been doing it
And not
for
that like
long.
not that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna blow up or whatever, but I don't have anybody to talk to One Piece about,
Yeah.
and I enjoy doing it. So I'll just like I'll make sure I don't watch anybody else's video before I read and review the chapter, so I don't get any outside bias or anybody else's opinion or idea or whatever. Because while I'm reviewing it, I'm also like giving my opinion on what I think is going to happen next, or how I think this is going to play out, or whatever, and so on. But yeah, check it out if you want to.
Yeah, and there's certain things that are more fun to edit than others. Like,
Yeah.
When I first started making videos, I liked editing a lot more. Now it's the reason that I'm not coming out with as many videos because it just takes so long. Especially like one of my videos, it took me like 2 days to edit. Like,
No shit.
Like probably like over 10 hours to edit.
Yeah.
Just because I had so many problems with it because I was like putting a new operating system on one of those handhelds. So like problems just kept happening. So I had to edit these like 15 long clips into like 30-second clips.
Yeah, luckily I'm recording for 15 minutes to 20 minutes, and then I'm cutting it down to like between 10 and 12.
Yeah.
And it like total it takes me roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours to do everything.
Right.
So
yeah, and now, well, I just made a Instagram skate edit, and like editing skate videos is so much more fun than editing myself talking.
Right. What about you, Nick? You've been editing videos?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
Not a single one.
Not a single one.
We're gonna put Nick up on the poll here for a second. You got yourself a girlfriend, Nick, huh?
Oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah. I've been busy for the past couple of days. Leave me alone.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's going good.
Some chick you work with?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No.
I didn't know if it was like I don't know. I haven't talked to you, obviously. So I didn't know if it was like one of the people you guys like played D&D with or whatever, and like you guys you guys work with those people, right? That you play D&D with?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't, I didn't know, so.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it at the camping trip, god damn it.
Look, we're not talking about you getting Chinese. I mean, we're not bringing that up.
Getting Chinese.
We're not even gonna
getting
elaborate.
Chinese is a euphemism for everybody who doesn't know.
Nope.
Because that's a very specific euphemism in our friend group.
Yeah. It's mostly just for Kevin, but yeah. You said you were actually getting food, so, naturally I thought about it.
Was it Chinese?
Did you get Chinese?
No, I didn't get Chinese. No.
What was it last week you get?
What?
Like you said you were getting food after the podcast or whatever.
Yeah, we just got pizza or some shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah, like what?
Wow, very, very unmemorable food.
He's too busy looking at the girl. What like what's around you and shit? Because I don't know exactly where you're. Like I know what town you're in and everything like that, but I don't know exactly where your like complex is.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff like 5 minutes down the road from me.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I gotta take you guys to Condados when you come down here. Some good
Yeah, I know
tacos.
you and Kevin have talked about it quite a few times. It's apparently a really good Mexican place that they've been to.
Oh, is that where your pictures were from of him?
Pictures? No, that was from a steakhouse. That was
Yeah.
yeah, it was
I
so
don't know.
goddamn good.
Did you
Oh
say
my
it was like
god.
super expensive though?
Oh yeah, it was really expensive. Like
Yeah.
unreasonably expensive, but goddamn, is the food good?
Oh man.
Oh, so I bought the shelves to hang over there for like the bar. They're just
Oh.
like they're 3 feet wide, and the one's 18 inches deep or whatever you want to call it, long, whatever. And I'm gonna hang it like I'm gonna bring the mini fridge down here and put it under there, and then hang the shelf like 6 inches above the mini fridge. And then I have a second shelf that's 12 inches wide by 3 foot long
Oh, okay.
that I'm gonna put above that I'm gonna put all my bottles on. Because like I don't want like a whole thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll have like a shelf to like if we're hanging out down here or whatever, we can mix drinks on it.
Right.
Or we can like if we have snacks down here, we can set the snacks on it and shit like that.
Right.
I just have
Next
to
nerd
like
night.
what's that?
Next nerd night.
Yeah, I kind of want to do one in like a couple weeks. Obviously not the weekend, not next weekend because we're going camping.
Yeah.
But maybe like the week after that or something like that. Mark's gonna be back on the 20th,
Yeah,
and
it's
Mark wants
crazy.
to come on and stuff like that. So I told him because he wants to come on and talk to us about doing these videos. Like I'll explain it later. I don't want to like
Give it away.
yeah, because one
Just
apparently
give him a
it's
little
like
teaser.
like
a
the
little
way he was telling me
teaser.
it's I didn't like fully understand it, but I got a gist of it, and it's like something that like nobody's done.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to just like say something and then like, and it's his thing, so I don't feel like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. But he wants to do it with us. So,
Okay.
um,
Heck yeah.
but
Well,
yeah,
if he ever comes back from Hawaii.
Right.
dude, you got hit by a car.
What?
Yeah, he got hit by a car.
Like bad or just,
What?
I mean, he has like a
Oh,
black
that's-
eye and a cut on his eye, and then
Yeah.
did he go to the hospital or anything?
I don't know. I didn't get like that far into it.
Oh.
I didn't want to be like, oh, dude, whatever. But I was like, he like posted that Snapchat or whatever, and I was like,
Oh, I didn't see it.
it was like, what did it said something about like referring to getting hit by a car. And I was like, bro, you got hit by a car? He's like, yeah, dude, this guy just kind of like fucking blasted me or whatever. And I'm like, what?
Jesus. Was he,
said-
riding a bike or?
He said he was riding a bike up to some store. I can't remember. He said it was the grocery store or what, but so he said he was coming up and he was gonna turn, like he was in the bike lane and he was gonna turn like into the entrance of the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
And some guy was in like the actual lane, and he turned when Mark turned, and he just like hit him. And then I was like, oh, so like I'm like, did the guy stop? And he's like, no, he just drove away.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I'd have thrown my fucking bike at your car. Like if I was able to get up fast enough,
Yeah.
and I would have fucking hucked that shit through your windshield, dude.
Yeah, I know people in Hawaii like drive like crazy.
Do they?
Yeah, at least the one time I went,
Mm-hmm.
like it was kind of scary drive. Like
Where did you
I
go?
didn't drive. I went when I like freshman in high school
Oh, okay.
because my cousin lives there and he got married and my mom took that as an opportunity to have a vacation.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
If you could go. But yeah, when my stepdad was driving around, one, he already drives kind of crazy because he's used to Oklahoma where it's just long stretches and you can go however
Right.
fast you want. And other people are driving like crazy too. Like they just go really fast and they're really skinny roads. And
Dude, I was on Friday, dropped Jory off after work, and then I was coming up by the light there in Mogador by the aromas and stuff, and I was like a good 7 or 8 feet behind the white line, and this lady in this semi, like I drive a big truck for a living, so like I don't even care if I sound like a dick. I don't give a fuck if you don't agree with me. This lady driving this semi comes turning around the corner, and she quite clearly turned too sharp,
yeah.
and she could have swung it wider. But not only that, let me back up. My light turned green, and as I was gonna start to go, she flew through the fucking light on the other side. Like
Oh,
ran
really?
the red light horizontally from me.
Uh-huh.
Just blew through the fucking thing. So I was like, fuck this bitch. and she was like pulled up, and she was like next to my window, and she's staring at me, and she's just like giving me this look, and I went like that and waved to her, and she rolled down her window, and I'm gonna say some choicey words here real quick.
Oh.
She was like, "Are you gonna fucking move, you asshole?" I was like, "I'm behind the fucking line, you stupid fucking cunt." And I sat there for like 4 minutes until she backed up back behind the light. Moral of the story, don't piss me off. If I didn't do
and you
anything,
had a green light, right?
and I had a green light, and like I said, I was a good 5 to 7 feet behind the white line.
Which is insane that she couldn't
Don't get me
maneuver
wrong.
around that.
It's a little bit of a tight turn, but
Yeah, but I feel like there's plenty of room because it's like a 3-lane on that.
yeah, she
One
did
side.
everything wrong.
Yeah.
She blew through a red light, very clearly blew through a red light, made the turn too sharp, and decided to run her mouth. If she would have rolled her window down and was like, "Can you please back up a little bit?" I would have been like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
But you know, you wanna act like a bitch, then I'm gonna be a dickhead.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I was in a good mood too.
Yeah, otherwise it probably would have been worse than that.
Yeah. So it's just funny.
Yeah.
So apparently, me and Nick were briefly talking about this. Avatar making a video game.
Yeah.
Well, Ubisoft is making an Avatar
Avatar
video game.
The James Cameron movie, not the animated.
Not the last
Correct.
Airbender.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Not
Yep.
this one.
Yeah. The
Blue People one.
Yeah. So I'll try to find
It was the only thing they showed off was just a cinematic. They didn't show like gameplay or premise. Or
Yeah.
anything. It was just like a first person like cinematic trailer.
The little quote that I read from Ubisoft says, "Play as a Na'vi and embark on a journey across the western frontier, a never-before-seen part of Pandora. Explore a living and reactive world inhabited by unique creatures and new characters, and push back the formidable RDNA forces that threaten it." So I feel like it's going to be like an action-adventure RPG.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Is my face like ultra? Nick, can you see my face well, or like, do I need to go get a hat?
I mean, I don't know. Your eyes are super shadowy. Like,
Dark. I'm not worried about it. That doesn't look bad. I thought like it looked like I was like fucking what's his name from He-Man, the skull dude. Like I thought that's what my eyes looked like because
No,
that screen's a lot darker.
Skeletor.
Yeah, Skeletor. But yeah, let's check this out real quick.
It's called Frontiers of Pandora.
Yeah,
Avatar
Frontiers of Pandora.
Yeah, it's cool that they're making a game about it. They have been teasing it, or there's been rumors about it for like years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is the first time. Well, no, you know what? I think I did hear about them talking about they wanted to develop something, but
when the movie came out, they came out with like a movie tie-in game.
okay,
And like you said, those are never good.
right.
No, never.
So obviously this is just cinematic. So this is not what the game is. gonna
No,
look
if it
like.
did, that would be sick.
Yeah. But like I was telling
yeah.
Nick before we even obviously this looks like that Pandora place. I'm curious as to like if this takes place before, after, during like the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously we'd find out when the game comes out or when more comes out, but it is a cool concept because the world was really cool. You know?
Yeah.
I think though that most people are going to be more critical on how well the game looks rather than how well it plays,
Probably.
because it's such a
like
unique world, and it's the movie looked so good. Like that's what people talk about in the movie.
right.
They talk about how good the movie looked,
And then they're showing
everything.
this as the cinematic
Right.
too.
Yep.
I mean, it
So we
definitely
gotta-
looks good, but
So we
like you
got
guys said, it's a cinematic.
touching. There was like some weird alien deers, a weird alien rhino. Okay, so it looks like it's at least around the time of the
During,
movie.
yeah, probably like a little before
Yeah, unless what's his name's already a
Avatar
yeah,
person.
yeah. And weird tentacle things.
Would never go to touch that.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, no, I'm good. We got The weird helicopter. Those helicopter things remind me of the ones from Halo.
Yeah.
But I know those were a thing before Halo had them.
The Pelicans.
Yeah.
So they were in Halo.
Well, no, were those the Pelicans? Because there was two of them. There was a small one like that, and then there was the big one that was the Pelican.
Pelican was a big one. Yeah. The smaller one was from like Halo.
Was it Reach? I think it was Reach. Did you fly him in Reach?
I don't remember now.
You flew him in one of the games.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one. It was
might
either
have been 4.
Might have been. Oh, they got like, explosive arrows.
They ate something.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, they're like drastically, outmatched.
Yeah.
As far as like technology and everything. So.
Yeah, they just have the territorial. No. Then Elden Ring got revealed. Well, more revealed, I guess.
What was it?
Elden Ring. It's like that big old Souls-like game that has
yeah.
been going around.
I did see. I saw that yesterday about how they released like a. I don't think it was a gameplay trailer, but like a teaser trailer or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch it. I don't know. I just know that was one of the big things from the start of this E3.
Xbox is June 13th at 10 p.m. or something like that. The only reason I know that is because I saw this video on iFunny, and it was like Xbox's account shared it.
Oh, really?
And they were like, it was like someone walking through a house, and everything had a sticky note that said Xbox E3 June 13th, 10 p.m. And I was like, well, you know what? Your ad worked because I remember now.
Yeah.
It was like he like walked up to the fridge and there's a sticky note on it. He opened the door, there was a sticky note like on the milk. He picked up an Xbox controller, it was on the controller.
Yeah.
Like just walking through the house, like picking shit up. So let me flip this back to videos.
Yeah, this, and then I guess the other big things are like the new Mario and Rabbids are coming out with a new one for that.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Apparently it's going to be a bit bigger in scope. It looks a little better, but I don't know if that could just been the trailer. Like,
yeah.
Graphics wise. It's like Mario Galaxy inspired.
Okay.
So you like go to different planets and stuff.
That's cool. Did they do anything with any other Nintendo titles or not yet?
Not yet. That's the
Okay.
only one they showed off, which
Gotcha.
I mean, I guess it sold pretty well, but I didn't expect them to do a second one.
Yeah, me either.
Because they did DLC for that one. I think they did 2 DLCs for that one.
Yeah.
And then it went on sale all the time for like dirt cheap, so
Mhm.
I didn't know if it like
Subtitles
needed
I
a new
can't
one?
read. Let me guess. It's called the World Tree.
we'll never know.
The golden order is
I guess I can turn this up some.
You said this is called Elden Ring? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it looks cool, but
So you're like a guy in armor with a weird
kind of over Souls-like games.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks exactly like Dark Souls.
Like I would rather an easier action adventure game.
Right.
Like I don't want to manage my stamina all the time.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, like the dark tone of these games is cool sometimes, but it's
Yeah.
also like, it's becoming overdone where it's all like super bizarre, crazy, weird, giant boss animation things, right?
Yeah, that and like I'm also over like the boss, like main game being boss battles.
Yeah.
Like I just want
Rather
to
just play Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Because there's like drastic rewards for that instead
Right,
of just
right.
oh, like I got this item or something like that.
So is this a Souls game?
No.
No, it's Souls-like. That's a genre now.
Who made it?
Okay. Right, but I didn't know if this was supposed to be in like the same universe or world or whatever.
I don't think so. Not to my like that dragon looks really cool. They got
Yeah,
a big
it
ass
does.
dragon shooting fire. Oh, he grabbed lightning out of the sky. That's interesting.
I mean, I guess it's from software, so
Okay.
I don't think it's the same universe. Otherwise, I feel like it would have something in
Right.
the name for it.
That
But
and,
it's
like,
the same company, right?
I low key don't like this looks way cooler than Dark Souls to me personally.
Yeah. Well, Nick.
Because I don't like the character designs of anything in Dark Souls.
I mean, I like it, most of it.
Like your character, I think it looks goofy as fuck. Like it just looks like
I mean, in the first one, it's just like you just get like a normal suit of armor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever one I was watching, these people were like
Maybe you're
decked
thinking
out
of
in like the
Bloodborne?
oddest. No, Bloodborne's the one where you have guns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like gothic based.
Yeah. I don't know. They were like, it might have just been like the equipment they were wearing, but like I
Maybe.
watched someone do a playthrough, and like the whole time their character looked fucking stupid.
Oh
like,
yeah, you can just get like normal suits of armor, but there's like
Oh.
different you can go for different like class bases. Like, you can do magic, or you can just use a sword and shield.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard of this, Nick.
You've
'Cause
got the gaming
one of the
chair,
writers for it's George
the
R.
gaming
R. Martin.
Now
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
gaming
cool.
battery.
All right, I'll buy it.
Just gonna buy it.
Doesn't even care. Just
Sold.
buy it.
I don't know. I'll look at it.
Yeah, I think E3 is gonna be pretty cool this year.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think they're gonna do a lot of shit. I mean, Xbox is showing Bethesda stuff.
Right, because
So like, Elder Scrolls probably.
yeah, well, they announced a lot of what they're going over. I don't know if they are going to announce Elder Scrolls. They're definitely showing something on the Space Elder Scrolls. I forget what it's called.
Space Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's been
what?
in development for a while. What's it called? Starfield, I think.
I don't know. Starfield, Bethesda.
Yeah, so it's basically like supposed to be similar to like Elder Scrolls, but space. At least that's what like
I don't feel like watching this.
the rumors
teaser.
are going. I don't even know if they have anything on it. Period.
This is the only thing that it said. Watch teaser.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is just like the logo because
Yeah.
there's leaks of there's like gameplay screenshot leaks, but they're like
So it's not Elder Scrolls, but it's
no,
like it's open world
it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like
RPG.
yeah,
Okay.
Elder Scrolls concept in space.
Gotcha. Okay. It'd be cool if it was like Elder Scrolls, like 5,000
20
years later.
Elder Scrolls
Hey.
5022.
Yeah, 5022.
Sorry to interrupt. I got information on Elden Scrolls. It's journey through a lands
Elden
the lands
Ring?
between. Sorry, lands
Elden
between is
Ring?
what it's called. It's created by the guy who made Dark Souls, but it is not Dark Souls.
Okay.
So we were right.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what Xbox says. Especially like, I don't know if we'll get news as to like so if they show a game, I assume they're gonna tell you what platforms it is going to be on.
Probably.
And I feel like that's when we're gonna find out if is Xbox gonna kick PlayStation in the fucking balls and be like, yeah, it's gonna be on Switch, PC, Xbox. That's it. Like, or are they gonna let those games be on PlayStation? Personally, from a business standpoint, I would put them on PlayStation too. I would do because you don't have to pay yourself for timed exclusive. You own the fucking company.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So you could be like, it's gonna be on Xbox for the first 3 months,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna go to PlayStation, Switch. You know. So I that's what I would do because one. Those like a lot of those Bethesda games are ultra popular.
right.
So yeah, you might be able to get some more sales for your consoles and stuff like that if you exclusive, had exclusive, but I think in the long run you're going to sell a ton of copies.
Yeah, and I feel like they don't care as much about console sales
Right.
because they are pushing Game Pass hard.
Right.
So I think they just care more about Game Pass and having games for Game Pass.
Right, yep. Cuz obviously all of those are going to be on Game Pass,
Yeah.
which I bought that Xbox controller and I got a free 3 months.
Oh, nice.
I haven't used it yet. I don't think it expires or anything like that. But I'm gonna wait because I low key kind of want to like learn how to speed run Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, really?
The world record or whatever is like 8 hours and some odd minutes, and I'm like 12 hours in, and I'm like 80% of the way done with the game, and that's with me fighting every enemy that pops up.
Yeah.
Like I don't skip any. I'm finding every single chest. I'm exploring every world. I'm exploring every area. Because I mean, I've played the game so many times, I know where everything is.
Right.
But like not to like try to fucking like, oh, I'm gonna set a record or whatever. But I feel like that could
wanna
be
see
cool.
how-
That could be fun, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I could personally, like, without like any, like, because I've played the game so many times, and I would do that's the 100% run. So doing every world
Okay.
and completing all of the bosses and stuff like that. I feel like I could probably do it in like 10 and a half hours. So I feel like if I could get that to like a 9-hour thing or something like that, because that's a long time to just sit down for one sitting.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't Tyler try to speedrun 3 for a while?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
I thought he did something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and I say speed run loosely. Like, I feel like it would be cool if I was like, okay, this Saturday I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna play the entirety of Kingdom Hearts 2
Yeah.
in one sitting on stream or something like that.
Right.
Just because I think it would be fun or whatever. Because then I could be like, look, I'm speed running it, but like I'm gonna take a
Just go
half-hour
play it.
break
Yeah.
and go get something to eat or whatever. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, I think
While we're still
Bethesda's...
on video games, there's a new trailer for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
It's already out.
Yeah, it's already out.
Oh, the game?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's out.
okay. All right.
Joey
the launch
says
trailer
it's
came
really
out.
good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's got pretty good reviews
Yeah.
so far.
Obviously this is like not super relevant, like Spawn Wave.
Yeah.
He put out like one of those poll things on YouTube and was asking like, oh, are you getting Ratchet and Clank? And the answers were like, yeah, I'm getting on launch. No, because I can't get a PlayStation, or no, I'm just not interested. And it was like 50% not interested, like 30% can't get a PlayStation, and 20% were buying it like day of or whatever. Which obviously that's like a really limited, community or whatever. But it is interesting that like,
should have been an option of no, I don't want a PlayStation.
Yeah. But I just thought it was interesting because, like, I mean, he has a pretty large community.
Yeah.
So
he's got like what, 50,000 more than that?
I thought it was like, for some reason I was thinking in my head like 200,000, but
I'm pretty sure he's like at least 50,000.
yeah. I don't know why I just didn't pull up the website, but
yeah, 580.
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay, more than I thought. I thought it was like in the 200s or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how he started off YouTube? He was doing Dragon Ball Super episode reviews.
Really?
Yeah. I probably still has them up if you like go and
No shit.
sort by oldest.
That's wild. I found him because he was doing like teardowns of like old systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he started doing those
The news wave.
the news wave thing, like the 20-minute long whatever. Which, I mean, I haven't watched it in months, but like I'll go through spurts on YouTube where I'll watch a bunch of stuff and then I'll go through a phase where I don't watch anything, so.
Right. Yeah, he has like Dragon Ball Super stuff, Walking Dead stuff.
Okay. Interesting.
Just random.
The Walking Dead is hot garbage.
It was like what, season
That was like
5
4 or 5 years
trash?
ago though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like
I mean,
the last episode I watched, Jesus literally took the wheel.
I know.
There was a guy named Jesus,
Yeah.
and he stole their van. Or I think it was a box truck. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, whatever," and they were like, "Oh, you can come with us," and he's like, "Sweet," and then they like turned their back or something, and he literally hopped in and took the wheel and drove away with their vehicle.
Yeah, I stopped watching it after season 1.
Yeah.
probably the best choice.
Yeah, well, like me, Nick, Mike, and Mike's ex Cheyenne, we used to watch it every Sunday at my parents' house.
Oh yeah.
When I, like we watched the first like 4 seasons together or something like that, and then like, honestly, like after The Farm, which was what, season 3 or something like that.
I think that was season 2.
Was it?
Because the end of season 1, when they were at the CDC, it blew up, and then I think they found the farm in season 2. Okay, I think the farm burned down at the end of season 3.
Okay, so like as soon as the governor got involved, that was when I rapidly started losing interest, because it was one. How can you stay in one area and kill like 100 different hordes of zombies. You're trying to tell me that like they're not deteriorating over these months, and they're all traveling to you on your farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thousands of zombies are just like, oh, let's go to this farm.
Yeah.
I mean, there were hundreds of millions of zombies at that point.
Well, right, but if you like say, okay, I live in this town, right? Let's say I cleared out the town, right? Sure, zombies can still come in, but the chance of me having to deal with a giant horde again are very low.
I guess it depends on how they make their zombies act, because we don't know how zombies actually gonna act. Are they pack zombies?
Well,
like World War Z? Or...
I'm putting it into this lore.
Yeah, and
so
I don't know. I don't know that much about the zombies in Walking Dead.
They're basically dumb. They go after sound and the smell of blood.
They've set up precedent for hordes of wandering zombies before in that show. So they just they set up hordes of wandering zombies in that show. So they would just kind of flock together. Something distracts one of them, distracts the rest of them, and then they just keep going from that. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so who knows where they would end up?
Yeah, I just, they were like, it was like every couple episodes or whatever, they were like, we gotta kill 1,000 of them, and it's like, what the fuck? You literally said like an hour ago that you cleared something out, and like you should be good for a while.
Well, yeah, the thing that made me stop watching it basically is at the end of season 1, where that base blows up, and they literally say that it's the power of a nuclear explosion. And they have they barely get out of the building, and they go behind some sandbags, and then they live that nuclear explosion.
It was a very tame nuclear explosion.
Yeah, very contained. Yeah. So
it's big enough to blow up the building, but not 10 feet away from the building.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what made me be like, I was already iffy on it, because like, I mean, it is cheesy.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I think it's like it was okay, but it did not capture me. And then that was just like, you guys are really gonna literally say it is a nuclear explosion and then make it not a nuclear explosion.
Right.
And first of all, why would you blow up a biocontainment facility if something got out? I work in a biocontainment facility, and I can tell you they would not blow it up if we had an exposure event.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they wouldn't waste the hundreds of millions of dollars they put into building this building.
Maybe you just didn't get the memo.
Yeah. I didn't read that SOP where they said if something gets out, we just blow up the entire facility.
God damn it, dude. I'm trying to find my collections. Here we go. I saved this thing because I wanted to bring it up, but I want to pull it up on here real quick. Go around the topic of like science and space and stuff like that. It is. Search it, god damn it. There we go. Quit clicking.
Gotta clean his feet.
Not on my watch. Alright, so I saw this earlier, and like I understood some of it, but like you're a lot smarter than me about this kind of stuff, so you might understand it a little bit more the way they explain it. Like I got the gist of it, but I didn't quite get like you'll see. So major scientific leap, quantum microscope created that can see the impossible. Image looks, I mean, pretty cool. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with it, but anyway. So in a major scientific leap, University of Queensland researchers have created a quantum microscope that can reveal biological structures that would otherwise be impossible to see. This paves the way for applications in biotechnology and could extend far beyond this into the areas ranging from navigation to medical imaging. The microscope is powered by a science of quantum entanglement, an effect Einstein described as spooky interactions at a distance. I don't really. This is just like telling you like it's Professor Hoot
Hey,
so and so from this.
what? Sorry, 1 second. What website are you on so I can pull it up and read it too?
It's type in
High Tech Daily.
yeah, scitechdaily.com and then type in Quantum Microscope on the search bar. So this breakthrough will spark all sorts of new technologies, from better navigation systems to better MRI machines, you name it, says whoever. Entanglement is thought to lie at the heart of a quantum revolution. We've finally demonstrated that sensors use it can supersede existing non-quantum technology. This is exciting. It's the first. I don't feel like reading quotes because they're. Australia's quantum technologies roadmap sees quantum sensors spurring a new wave of technological innovation in healthcare, engineering, transport, and resources. A major success of the team's quantum microscope is its ability to catapult over a hard barrier in traditional light-based microscopy. The best light microscopes can use bright lasers that are billions of times brighter than the sun. And then, let's see here, more quotes. Well, I guess we could read these. Fragile biological systems like the human cell can only survive in a short time in them, and this is a major roadblock. The quantum entanglement in our microscope provides 35% improved clarity without destroying the cell, allowing us to see minute biological structures that would otherwise be invisible. The benefits are obvious, from better understanding of living systems to improved diagnostic technologies. And I think there's let's see
Looks
here.
like all quotes at the end.
So yeah, I mean, like I kind of get what this thing's doing, but I don't like I understand that they're talking about the applications it could be applied to, but I don't understand why it can be applied to those applications.
Well, basically, it just looks like they can study smaller things better, because what they were saying is that traditional light-based microscopes destroy what they're looking at pretty quickly.
Because of the light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the light's brighter than the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like
evaporates.
I guess. Disintegrates it, whatever. And this doesn't cause that, so they can actually study it better.
Okay, so it's a less harmful way of looking at
whatever they're
looking at.
And it also is, you can see more detail, apparently, is what it showed.
Someone was posting links.
Motherfuckers, posting links. So the light in the microscope is a UV light, so it is ionizing radiation, and it breaks down the walls of cells over time.
Okay. Did he ask if we want to be famous?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I want to be famous. No. Yeah, I just thought this was like, I don't know, pretty interesting. And like I said, I like got the gist of it, but I didn't like I didn't understand the whole like light thing of how it like I get it, like kind of said that, but I was like, well, what does that have to do with, X-rays and stuff like that? Well, now I, get it better, because it's like this light is less harmful.
Yeah.
So
I'm not even sure if it's like actually light.
Well, yeah, I don't think it is light.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's...
Microscope is powered by quantum entanglement.
Yeah, whatever quantum entanglement is. I don't know what that means, but...
So
that's like all they have.
My guess on this would be that they've got two entangled particles on either side of the specimen.
Buddy, what are you doing?
Right.
Walking over.
Okay.
So when two particles are entangled, they are essentially both positive and negative at the same time.
Okay.
And they can affect each other. Right? So if one becomes positive, one becomes negative, or vice versa.
Right. It's like keeping a balance of it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not a physicist, but my interpretation of this would be that they separate the two entangled particles and then put the sample in between. And they have some sort of computer program that can interpret the signals and then output an image.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Huh.
It's fancy science. I don't know. Maybe we'll get one at my work, and then I can tell you all about it.
Yeah, it just seems cool. Yeah, it's all the science I got though.
No more
While
science
we're on
time?
science, did you guys see the fucking clouds on Mars?
No, I
No.
didn't. They're like actual images of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's from the new Mars rover. What was this one called? Discovery or something?
NASA.gov.
Seems legit. Okay. Be honest with you, it doesn't look all that enticing.
No. They're just like literally like some stringy ass clouds that are blue.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool because it's like just a new thing or
I
whatever.
think it's
But
like scroll back up a little bit.
this one,
Yeah.
wispy blue clouds from Sol 39, as seen in the image for Mars Panther. The bright clouds near the bottom are about 10 degrees above the horizon. The clouds are believed to be at a latitude of 10 to 15 kilometers and are thought to be made of small water ice particles. The picture was taken about 40 minutes before the sunrise. Then we have one of the sunrise, which looks weird. This is a close up of the sunset. Red sky in the background and the blue around the sun are approximately as they would appear to the human eye. Okay. Color of the sun itself is not right. The sun was overexposed in each of the 3 color images that were used to take this picture. The true color of the sun itself may be near white or slightly bluish. Okay. It looks weird. Blue clouds. Ooh, what's this?
Blue clouds on Mars.
They got like a flip book here,
Well, I mean, that's honestly, it's crazy. Think of how far away
Oh, yeah.
that stuff is that they're getting these pictures from.
Do you think we lose like a bunch of them in signal, like in the transit of the signal?
Maybe.
I feel like maybe not like a bunch, but like I feel like there's probably
They gotta
some
be
definite,
lost, yeah.
because like think of it like I can't send a text if I don't have cell service.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's getting lost somewhere in the, Ooh. Looks like a hot air balloon.
That's crazy that
Confirmed hot air balloons on Mars.
Confirmed. Those are the sentient beings. The hot air balloon is their head, and it's their brain. Their brain is made up of hot air.
some would call them hotheads.
Yeah, they're hotheads.
I read this really weird Edgar Allan Poe story about a guy who tried to fly a hot air balloon to the moon.
Oh.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah,
Oh,
it
wow,
works, and he
yeah.
discovers like a fucking civilization of moon people.
What the
He
fuck?
like becomes their god because he flew there in a hot air balloon. It's
That's
really
wild.
weird. Really weird.
Yeah.
It's like when people thought that there was life on the moon. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like, obviously we know a lot of more things than they did back then, but, in the 30s or whatever. But
I don't think anybody thought there was life on the moon in the 30s.
dude,
Well, I'm sure
people
still
think the government
there's-
is putting chips inside your fucking arm, and you're trying to tell me that people didn't think that people lived on the moon.
Also,
Really?
I can almost guarantee you there's some people right now that still think things are living on the moon.
Fucking, I believe it.
All right,
I
fine.
Remember,
don't
the
doubt
moon
it.
landing's not real. Remember?
I remember the Earth is
Yeah.
flat.
Well, the Earth is flat,
Duh.
Oh, duh.
dude. The best comparison: you take an orange, you dump water on it, it runs right off. Take a plate, you put water on it, it stays.
Yeah. How else would it make sense?
Yeah, I mean, like, how
So what
how much
happens when you
more
pour
scientific do
water
you
on the
need to be?
ground?
What?
What happens when you pour water on the ground? It stays there.
Yeah, because the Earth's flat.
Yeah, it's
The Earth's
flat.
flat.
Yeah,
Confirmed. You guys heard it here first. Earth is flat.
we just scientific experiments, dude. Oranges
Yeah.
and plates. That's all you need. That was like,
Oh, man.
I saw that video a while ago. It was just some dude. He's like high as fuck. He's like, "You telling me the Earth's round?" He's like, "How about this?" And he like just dumps water on an orange. He's like, "See, it ran off."
Oh, man.
Oh my god. The world's on fire. We're all gonna die.
People are wild, dude.
Yeah, they are.
It's like when B.O.B. the rapper tried to argue with Neil deGrasse Tyson about
Mhm.
really you're arguing with Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's like one of the last people I suggest you argue with. That dude's so intricate. Even if you're making sense, he just knows so much shit about like
Everything.
everything. Like, yeah, like Yeah, his last he was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently, and they were talking to like about like aliens or whatever, like extraterrestrial life and shit like that. And you know, Joe's like, he's probably high as fuck, but he was like, well, I don't think, like, because they were talking about how the government released those videos of like the pilots seeing like the thing like zooming around or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a couple, I think it was like a year ago or whenever it was.
There's been even more of those that came out.
What's that?
The
Even more?
Pentagon's released even more of those videos.
Okay. So like Joe was basically saying like, oh, I don't think it's like manned by an alien or whatever. He's like, but if it is not of this world, it's a drone. Because we have a fucking drone on Mars right now.
Right.
And you know,
why would you send a
real
being
yeah, exactly.
if you could not like
Well,
if they have technology that's greater than ours, they're not using
right.
their species to go to other places.
What I think is wild though is like, you know how like sometimes we want to send monkeys to do stuff first or whatever, like out into space or whatever.
Yeah.
Like in a
at least it's
pod
been,
and
like,
shit, you know.
Yeah.
What if like aliens did that where like instead of them coming, they put like whatever their equivalent of a monkey was on their planet, and we thought that was their race or whatever, even though we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, we would never think about that. Like,
True.
Because like, what if we send a monkey just like, I don't know, just use Mars for example, even though we know there's not, at least we're like 99% sure there's not intelligent life on Mars. And like, let's say there just was, just for the sake of this conversation. And then they like a monkey walks out in a spacesuit, and they think that's like the pinnacle of
Humans.
Yeah.
Even bigger mindfuck. What if the aliens send a different lineage of the human species to come serve us? Like they're like just like
purple people,
less evolved humans.
Blue meanies. They send the blue meanies, dude.
Yeah, blue meanies.
That's how it all ends. The Beatles predicted the apocalypse.
Yeah, in Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
John Lennon said he was bigger than Jesus, and I guess he was right.
You can go to Twitter here for a second. So,
you guys, so you know how we talked about that Capcom lawsuit?
Yeah.
And how, like, I looked into it more, and like they straight up did just steal stuff out of that book. So like, if you want to buy Resident Evil 4, you're probably gonna buy it now.
You think it's gonna get taken down?
It'll either get taken down, or she's gonna get a shit ton of royalties from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like
because like they literally just ripped it straight out of that book she published.
I feel like if that was like if I was her, I would be like, I want like $10 million or something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy that it's off, and it got out there because of the leak from like Capcom got hacked. So like we know like they.
So she like didn't know about it
right
or whatever.
Until now, until that leak happened, like because they had like tons and tons of data from Capcom. Like we knew about Resident Evil Village before because of the like all that data they got, and like we know of more upcoming games that they haven't announced.
Which like a side note of that is like not talking about like the fact that they stole those images or whatever, but the fact that like nobody can fucking just like have their fucking secrets to try to reveal stuff eventually because people just hack their fucking shit all the time.
For no reason.
Yeah, and it's
why,
like I would be like I really would like when people are like, well, why does the game company get mad? Why the fuck do you do anything if people are just gonna like constantly spread it because they can just hack into your shit? I mean, it's not like necessarily their fault that they get hacked or whatever,
Right.
Because some people are just freaks about that kind of stuff. But yeah, it would be frustrating. Like if we had like I was talking about what Mark wants to talk to me about.
Yeah, and
let's say it was on like my computer, even though it's not. So don't fucking hack me. And then someone hacked it and was like, "Oh, I'm leaking this or whatever." I'd be pissed.
Right.
Like I'd be like, "What the fuck, dude?" But anyway.
Yeah, but why would you steal stuff? Like it's not like it's hard to just find other images or make your own.
Look at it and be like, "Oh, I can replicate that
like,
in a
make
different
it look
way."
Similar. Yeah. Like not just straight up take it.
Because obviously, like if you draw a stick figure and I draw a stick figure,
they're different.
Yeah, like they might not be like drastically different, but they are different.
Right. Yeah, it's just, And like, there's a ton of like, they took a bunch of stuff from that book too,
Really?
not just like a few things.
Like, why though? Like, it's a book of fucking textures. This bitch was irrelevant. Like,
Maybe that's what they thought. Apparently,
they were like, yeah, we're not gonna get caught.
No, who buys a book of textures?
I forget what it's for. It was like for like something specific. Like it was made for, I don't know.
I just remember it was called Surfaces. That's all I remember about it.
Was it actual pictures, or did she draw these things?
No,
I think
there
it
were
was
pictures, like
Okay.
photographs.
But it's all copyrighted.
Yeah.
So like, they had to have known they were doing something wrong,
I mean, it's a published book. I mean, like,
right?
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, yeah.
For like her,
Everybody
kind of Capcom, yeah.
Because I mean, it's not like Capcom overall did it. It's like
Right.
whoever. The
I mean,
art
never
director
gotten
was.
caught if they didn't get hacked. Because I mean, who would look at a picture and be like, "Oh, that's the texture from this super fucking archaic texture book I bought in New York."
Right.
What?
So like they had some UFC fights last night. I'll show this.
Just, what?
So for some context for you guys,
Are you kidding me?
Israel Adesanya, like I've shown you like some of his post-fight interviews before and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was fighting this guy, Marvin Vettori, and they fought 4 years ago when Adesanya was like brand new to the UFC, and it was a close fight 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Adesanya is like, I guess you could say arguably, but basically the best middleweight like ever.
Yeah.
He's a 185-pound fighter, and so this guy's been talked a bunch of shit. Like they don't like each other. It was like a heated leading up to the fight or whatever, and this guy was all pissed, and he was saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass" and everything like that. And then basically the guy comes in here and just like can't do anything.
Yeah. He's just
It was just a completely one side. Like the guy took
obviously
him.
he's able to do that.
The guy took him down a couple times, but as soon as he would take him down, Adesanya would flip him over or get right back up, and like the guy barely landed any punches at all. Like Adesanya landed like 50 more significant strikes than the other dude, and like
yeah.
so. But he was like basically, I'll show these videos. He was fucking with him like most of the fight. Like near the end of every round, he would just fuck with him. So he's like holding on to him, and he's like, "Come on." He grabs his ass, and and then there was where was the clip of the other one? Yeah, here it was. This was the very end of the fight, because the dude. Adesanya accidentally kicked him in the balls. It happens, you know. They have cups on and everything, so they get like a couple minutes. And the guy like kind of, I mean, it wasn't a horrible eye poke, but it was basically he was getting up, and as he was getting up, he was going to try to push him away, and the guy like ducked his head, and then his fingers, you know, like poked him in the eye. But he apologized for it like 5 times during the fight, and then the crowd was literally booing the other guy because he was so exhausted that all he would do is he would try to go in for a takedown, and he would just hold him.
Yeah.
And then like he'd just be sitting there like,
What are you doing? Yeah.
so this is the last 5 seconds of the fight. He's like, Jesus Christ. Watch, he's like, he starts punching him
Holding
like,
him. Oh my god, that's so... Oh shit.
So Adesanya won all 5 rounds like undisputed. Like
yeah.
he absolutely, you know, dominated this dude from beginning to end. And after the fight, they were kind of, you know, like talking, and he like shook his hand or was trying to shake his hand, and then was saying something to him, and the guy was basically like, "Oh, I won the fight, blah blah blah."
The guy that lost?
Yeah. And I kind of want to try to find the clip, but I don't need to. So then they're interviewing him or whatever, and Joe Rogan's like, "Oh, what were you saying to him?" He's like, "Oh, basically I was telling him like, you know, quit being a baby and show some fucking respect, because, you know, we don't like each other, but this is martial arts and you're supposed to show respect," and he's not showing respect, and he said he won the fight and this and that. And then he did like whatever, like his friend died or something like that, so he talked about that, and then he was like, yeah, no, there's this other guy that wants to fight him, and he's like, yeah, you can get that other cunt in here. You know, and he's like, and I call the shots, and I decide when the fucking fight is. And then he stands back and he's like, you know why? Because I'm the motherfucking king, bitch. Like this dude's so fucking wild. Like it's great. Every time I watch him fight, it's amazing.
While you just mentioned Joe Rogan, I saw this fucking thing while I was scrolling through the news. Somebody paid $17,000 for a skywriter, okay? And he proposed to his girlfriend. This is in Los Angeles. And like
Okay.
after the proposal and everything, I guess the last message they had the skywriter write in the sky was Joe Rogan is literally 5'3".
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know.
You had him write that after he proposed?
He
That what you
proposed
said?
to his girlfriend. She said yes, and like was like, "I love you," and
So
all
I
that
wrote
stuff.
in the sky, "Will you marry me?"
Yeah. So I
And
guess the
then-
way this worked is like he like booked a skywriter, and he's like, you can like just text him messages or something for him to write in the sky.
So after
And-
that, he told him to do that.
Yeah. After she said yes, and then they got their "I love yous" and like "always and forever" or whatever bullshit. They had him write Joe Rogan is literally 5'3" in the
Is he
sky.
literally 5'3"?
No, I think he's like 5'8".
It's 5'9". I was like, I know he's not 5'3", but I'm like, I'm gonna double check. Yeah, I thought he was like 5'8", something like that too. Yeah. Anyway,
I thought that was fucking
what the fuck,
hilarious.
dude. So Far Cry 6 got announced, obviously.
Yeah.
Apparently, they already have a DLC pass, and the game's not even fucking out.
I mean, that's every Far
Yeah,
Cry
I know.
for the past like
It's just
3
like-
games.
I'm like, I don't mind the whole DLC pass thing, right? If it's planned content, you can plan content. That's fine. Just finish the game on launch. We don't know yet, so obviously, you know, it could be fucked. It could be good. Who knows? But regardless, the fact that the game barely has anything on it, and you're already saying, "Here's our plan for the DLC the DLC package.
Yeah.
It's gonna have old villains from the old games, and you can play as them."
Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. That sounds like some after content that you would release for free.
Right.
Right.
Unless it's like a whole, you get to play their backstory or something like that.
Yeah.
Then that, you know, that's different, but I don't know. It's Ubisoft, though,
Yeah, they love to
which they're
Shitty
making,
dumb
the,
things.
they're making the Avatar game. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that game has like a 40% chance of being shit.
Right.
And then, like, it
Yeah,
has
it's like they do make good games, but they always do stupid stuff with the
right.
games.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just like EA. Like sucks that like these companies are so greedy.
Yeah, like that
Like, you're
Mortals Phoenix Rising game. Really cool game, open world, everything like that. Single player only. Oh, here's some microtransactions.
Yeah, for like dumb stuff too, right?
Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, cosmetics, and like I think there was like a thing that you could buy to like refill your health potions or something like that.
It's so
I was
stupid.
just
Boy.
like, what the
It's a
fuck,
single
dude?
player
Like,
game.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a single player game,
That's
fuck off with the microtransactions.
that's why I think the new like all the Assassin's Creed are so stupid. They have the XP boosts. What? Why? Don't
Yeah.
make your game so that you need to grind so much if it's a single player game,
Exactly.
story based, and you're gonna make us grind this.
Yeah, make
for
the grinding
XP,
optional. Like,
and you're gonna make it so hard that you're gonna sell DLC to make it easier. That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Jesus Christ. Is that for the new Valhalla game?
It's been for the past like 3, like since Origins or
really?
the like Egyptian one.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Valhalla has a new DLC coming out apparently.
Yeah, apparently it's like actually like significant, but
Yeah.
it's not like stupid stuff like that. Like it's actually
Yeah, like you said.
Did you say
Single
Valhalla
player.
has a new DLC?
Yeah, it's coming out sometime.
yeah. Well, I think they just announced it
Oh, yeah.
in their E3 thing.
I think there's one called like Ragnarok or something.
I think that's the one that might be coming out.
I have no idea. I didn't
I think
look
there's
that much
another
into
one
it.
called like the Siege of Paris that was like leaked.
Yeah, and like I kind of want to play that game, but I've heard so much stuff on it where, you know, like the XP progression is really slow. Because like I liked the Assassin's Creed games, but I'm like I really like customizable stuff in RPGs. So like
Yeah.
having different sets of armor or having different weapons to get, or just like being able to custom, like tailoring the experience to how I want it to be. And apparently that game does that pretty well, apparently, but it also does a lot of things poorly.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of I haven't played basically any new Assassin's Creed game, so I'm kind of surprised at the direction they went from the first ones.
Right.
Because like it's totally different. Like the first ones, you just like barely got any upgrades. It was just purely like story based, mission based stories.
You'd get like an upgrade to your weapons basically, but they wouldn't be like whole new shit,
Right.
But yeah, because I played 2, 3, 4, and I never played 1, and I never played Brotherhood. What was the other one, Nick? That was in the Ezio Revelations. No, in the Ezio story was Revelations. Was it?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Maybe I played Brotherhood and not Revelations. Then
Brotherhood was just 2, I thought.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Assassin's Creed 2, then Brotherhood, then Revelations, then 3, then 4.
Black Flag 4, Black Flag, same thing.
That's the last one I played. And that one was an awesome pirate game.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't a great Assassin's Creed game.
I never finished the story.
Oh, I did.
I got to a point where like there was something dumb, and like I just like marginally had a hard time figuring it out, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go do everything with my ship. And I put like 80 more hours into just playing on the ship.
Yeah, I kind of want to go see how much time I had into it, because I played it on the Wii U, and it tracked your like playtime and stuff. Because I borrowed it. I never even bought it. I borrowed it from Kevin.
Okay.
That game was a fucking fun game.
It was.
And people like the ship so much that they like based a game off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they have it released yet, do they?
I don't know.
I thought you were talking about Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Oh no, that was just like standalone DLC. Which I haven't played that one, but no, it's like called. On it.
Well, speaking of pirates, you guys should play Sea of Thieves with me or something. I don't have anybody to play it with.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, it's been delayed like 10 times, I'm pretty sure. But
cool. But it's made by Ubisoft and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be coming out April of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, they just wanted to take the ship mechanics from Black Flag and then make them better, and then I don't know if it's only ship stuff or what, but
it was Assassin's Creed The Siege of Paris. It's going to be released this summer. IGN Summer of Gaming. Oh yeah, by the way, the Epic mega sale is ending soon. So if anybody wants to pick stuff up, do it before the 16th. Yeah. They just like when they do that $10 bonus coupon for anything that's $15 or more.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. But
I just bought all the Kingdom Hearts games on there because I was like, well, they're all on sale for a decent price already. So, and I get $10 off them again. I'm like,
are they even on anything else besides Epic?
Not right now. I think they have a 1-year exclusive or something like. Maybe it's 6 months, but they have a timed. Epic's basically like the PlayStation of PC.
Yeah, which I mean, they kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Just to even be relevant.
I just don't. My biggest problem with Epic, other than I've already stated how horrible their store is, they are updating it little by little.
Yeah,
and it is little by little. It's not fucking. They don't ever come out with anything big. Like they didn't have a wish list for a short period of time.
Well, I think it was a long period of
time. You still can't add multiple fucking items to your cart, which is like, what the fuck, dude? Why do I want to make 5 different fucking transactions?
Like the Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, exactly. Which on the Nintendo eShop, like, because I don't think, can you just put money on your account in Epic or no?
Oh, I don't know.
Because like on the eShop, at least you can be like, I'm gonna put $60 on, you know?
Yeah, true.
But the fact that most of their game ports that aren't like native to their like that aren't developed by them and stuff like that, a lot of their game ports are fucking ass. Like when Star Wars Squadrons came out and 30% of people couldn't even fucking play it.
I thought that was just like a PC overall thing too.
It might have been, I don't know, but I know a lot of people were refunding it on Epic because like it wouldn't launch.
Yeah.
You would get to the image of like the start screen or whatever, and it wouldn't go. It would go black, and then it would just sit there. Yeah, so I mean, I refunded it because it was on sale for $23.99, and they were doing a $10 off coupon thing, and I was like, oh, I'll pick it up for $13.
Yeah.
This was like 2 months after it came out, and then I was like, I tried to play it for like 4 or 5 days straight, dude. I was like looking up shit, and I was like, it's got to be the fucking like me wanting to open EA launcher, which is also fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I bought it on your launcher. Why can't I launch it on your launcher?
Well, that's just EA.
I know that's EA and Ubisoft, but that shit pisses me off too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I bought all the Kingdom Hearts games, and Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts the 1.5, 2.5 collection, and the port is okay, but it has a lot of weird bugs. Like,
Oh, really?
if I'm not in the main game, so like when you launch that, it opens up like a sub menu for you to select which game you want to play.
Right.
And sometimes it'll just like force it to be in windowed mode at 1080p.
That's weird.
And then, but once I click into the game, it'll go to full screen 1440.
Huh.
And then they have it set to where you can change, like, you can't change a bunch of graphic settings, but you can change resolution and frame rate. That's it. And the frame rate is 60, 120, or unlimited.
Yeah.
So I set it to 120, and then I turn on my frame rate counter, and it has never gone above 60, ever.
Oh, really?
Even if I turn it to unlimited.
That's weird.
And even if I make it match my refresh rate on my monitor.
Right.
I don't understand it. That, and this is the biggest bug. It doesn't happen all the time, but like 1 out of 5 times that I launch the game, it'll restart my computer.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what kind of sucks about some like PC ports, because like Ninja Gaiden just came out, the Ninja Gaiden collection.
Yeah.
And the PC port is kind of hot garbage.
Is it?
Yeah, like there's no 1440p support, so you can only play it in 1080 or 4K.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then maybe 722.
Right, but not 1440.
Right. And in order to do that, like it's not even like a setting, like settings in the game. You have to go into your Steam properties and like go into like some of the game files and type in the resolution you want it to play it at.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And yeah, there's like something else ridiculous that you have to like go into those settings to change, and it just doesn't like I guess it runs okay on PC, obviously, because if you have like a really good PC,
Right.
it's gonna run fine. But like that's insane that it's 2021 and you're releasing a game where you have to go into the properties of the game to change resolution.
That's wild, dude.
And also came out on like Switch and stuff, and apparently the Switch port sucks too. Which
So the actual development team just kind of shat the bed.
or like the port teams, because
Yeah.
I guess it's decent on Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh.
But like so I played through Ninja Gaiden 3 on the Wii U, and it ran fine as far as I remember, at least. How does it run worse on the Switch, which is more powerful than the Wii U?
I don't
Like
know.
apparently it has like really low, because it uses like dynamic resolution to like make it look
Yeah.
to make it run smoother,
Right.
and it'll make it look like garbage, but then it still runs like garbage. At least 2 and 3. 1 apparently runs fine, but 1 was an original Xbox game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And like that's a like remaster collection, so I would assume that would have ran well on the Switch, because normally those collections are
Right.
perfectly fine on the Switch, because that's what I was gonna get it on. But then I looked at the reviews, and I just don't think I'm gonna get it, because I don't want the PC version,
Right.
and then I don't want the Switch version, because they both suck.
Yeah, bad ports and unfinished games are like 2 of the biggest problems for gaming right now.
Yeah.
Because obviously everybody knows about unfinished games, but like if you don't play on PC, a lot of people don't even know if it's a bad port on console, because they like. I'm not trying to say anything bad about like just like strictly people who
Console
only play on
players.
console, but they pay attention less because they don't, like
They don't have the option to
with that, and like
make it better, or
they don't have to worry about like we have to
Settings.
troubleshoot our own stuff,
Yeah.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying anything bad about them. It's a tailored experience because that's what you're paying for.
right.
They don't have to fix their Xbox. They don't have to. This is getting fucked up. I just wait for the patch. No, we have to I have to patch my own computer. Like,
Yeah.
I have to figure. Oh, this update fucked my computer, and now I have to go back in, uninstall this whole program, and then stop it from updating that time.
Right.
Okay, like
Yeah, or change your drivers, because I couldn't edit videos for a while, because when I got the 3070, they had drivers that made it so that it just fucked the editing program.
what the fuck?
So I had to install different drivers, and I had to waste 3 hours figuring out that it was my graphics card and not the program.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you guys remember Kingdom Come Deliverance, that like first
Yes.
person whatever? That's coming to Switch apparently.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I don't know how I feel about these like bigger games coming to Switch, because like it's cool that it happens, but like what was that like Fallout like game on the alien world? It was like
Oh,
It's like aliens.
no,
No,
he's
it's
talking
nothing.
about Outer
Out-
Worlds.
I think so. Yeah, Outer Worlds.
Oh,
Yeah, that came to Switch, but it was so garbage that it was basically unplayable, and like it just looked like an unfinished game. Like it
Damn.
straight up looked, and half the time if you were walking so far, it would stop the game. A loading screen, like a loading thing, would appear, and it would
Not when you walk through a door.
Nope, just middle
walking-
of the open world.
Wow.
And yeah, so like when stuff like that happens, I'm like, maybe they just shouldn't even port these to Switch.
Right.
But then like they have like Doom, where it's like pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
and it like feels like Doom. It basically looks like Doom, it's just lower resolution,
Right.
and that it's fine. So it just depends on who ports it, I guess. I don't know. That's why I'm disappointed when the games don't come to Switch, but I'm also wary of when they do.
Right, because you don't know if it's gonna be fucked or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does suck when they just like I don't understand, obviously, because I'm not a game developer.
Right.
I just look at it from the outside, right, and I just don't understand how like it not that I understand that bugs slip through the cracks. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen no matter what, because you could play a game for 1,000 hours and not run into the bug. I could play the game for 1 hour and run into the bug.
Right.
It's a matter of, and I understand that it is hard to patch some of these bugs because you
Yeah.
don't like
know what's causing
yeah,
it.
exactly. So, but beyond that, like ports, it's like when you do a port, if there's a problem, most people have that problem, right? Like
Yeah.
like when it's like a major, like we were talking about with Outer Worlds, like
Mhm.
you're trying to tell me when you tested that port, you were
That's
like,
one, you thought that was okay. Two, that's the best you could do, and like
Right.
other games have done it
Mhm.
better. And then like what I don't understand is when they downgrade the graphics, how can you not like change them a little bit so that they're less textured but still look
a little
okay?
bit more stylistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they just literally make them look like garbage.
Especially on the Outer Worlds, I don't want to say that's a big game. Like to me, no, that is not a triple A game. I would say that's a single A game.
Or like double A.
Yeah, or double A, because it is a small studio and stuff like that. But regardless,
Well, and like the thing is, like most of the time when they port it to something like the Switch, they hire a different company to do it.
right, they outsource it.
Yeah, and like they're working on it. They're the only ones working on it. So like you feel like I don't know, because it's just weird because some companies can do it really well. Like there's a company that's like notorious for getting games that shouldn't be on Switch, and that's called Panic Button. But then like other companies just do terrible jobs like that. Like how do you do so bad when they can do so good with games that are more demanding than the game you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't fully understand that stuff. I just have to look at it as a consumer and as a person who plays games. And I mean, you can't, even if you're the company, you can't look past some of those problems.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree. But that's the only time it sucks to only play on PC and Switch.
Yeah.
is when a port sucks for both.
Nick, you got anything else?
Yeah. Yep. if I ever stop yawning, holy shit.
Tired little boy?
So, free comic book day. I'm sure you guys know it didn't happen in
Right.
May.
The
It
last
got
last year it
rescheduled
didn't
for
happen.
August of this year, August
nice.
14th, 2021.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
August
see.
14th.
We've got 2 record store days this
Two
year.
what?
We've got yesterday, June 12th.
What'd you say they were?
And then July 17th is record store day this year.
Record store
And
day.
yeah, just a side note. Hold on. I was looking at this earlier and I found this record store with the craziest name. You're never going to guess what this is. It's called Magnolia Thunder Pussy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Magnolia?
record store by me.
Thunder Pussy.
You said July 14th?
August.
August
Oh.
14th. It's on their website, freecomicbookday.com. Other than
Boom,
that,
got my reminder.
Netflix and CD Projekt Red are hosting
Poaching.
a Witcher convention this year on July 9th.
Kind of weird.
Well, they did the Witcher series on
Yeah,
Netflix.
it's just kind of weird that like is that the whole convention? Is just The Witcher?
Mm-hmm. Is it
It's
like
called
a convention
WitcherCon.
convention? Oh, okay. That is kind of weird. I agree.
It's
I
like
thought it
this,
was just like
you know,
a panel to
Yeah.
like something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
You
cool if it was like
saw,
multiple Netflix shows or something, but
You can expect the standard convention fare. There will be deep dives into the making, as well as behind the scenes footage for the show and the games, and also the upcoming anime film.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
yeah, me either.
I didn't either until I read this article. It's called The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf.
Nightmare of the Wolf.
Nightmare of the Wolf.
All right.
Wolf.
Still haven't watched it. I don't know. I might not.
It's decent.
Just how I might not watch that one anime you only tell me to watch on the podcast.
Oh, Blood of Zeus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's also another show you can't watch.
What's that?
It's called Invincible. It's an animated superhero show, but it's like kind of brutal, I guess. Like it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I guess it has like The Boys feel to it. I
haven't watched that yet, but
it's like dark toned.
Yeah.
Like overall, like people die all the time. But I guess it's based on it's the son of the strongest superhero in the world, and he doesn't have any powers until he's 17, and then he gets powers, and it's about him.
is that the one where his dad like basically kills him or something like that? Like beats the shit out of him?
I'm not sure.
It's like a meme.
I haven't watched it, but probably
There's like a meme. It's like an old like a middle-aged guy who kind of like
have like a red
like,
suit on.
yeah, and he just like there's like his kid laying on the ground or whatever, and it just beats the living shit out of him.
Probably that one then.
Yeah, everyone's
heard-
like making memes.
Oh, I heard it was good overall. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it, but I don't want to. That
You
just
should
came
watch
out.
The Boys though.
Yeah, I've wanted to. I just don't have. I just need to get my sister's Prime login thing or whatever.
Yeah, I still need to finish it.
Yeah, Jensen
like 2
Ackles is gonna
episodes.
be in it. One of the dudes from Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna play some character in it.
That's the superhero workout thing he was talking about. In that
Yeah,
post
that
you
shit was
shared with
hilarious,
me.
dude. He's on his Instagram. And he's like, first of all, like never seen the dude with like a beard. He had like a fucking like block
Oh, yeah.
chin, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting there doing curls and shit. And he did however many. He was like, ugh. Like basically like fuck this superhero shit. Like fuck the superhero workout shit. He's like,
Yeah, I
because
bet
like
it
in
sucks.
Supernatural, all he wore was flannels.
Right.
So like it didn't
Doesn't
fucking
matter what he looked like.
Yeah. Like I mean, obviously he probably like worked out, but not to look
yeah.
like he was
I
Fucking superhero.
I think I finally figured out the thing that might make me read manga.
yeah.
If I get like one of those like reader tablets, I feel like that would make me want to read more.
Reader
because,
tablets.
like an e-reader where it's like paper. It's like a screen, but it like looks like paper,
Okay.
and you can literally only read books on it.
Oh, okay.
But I think that would get me to read it because I hate looking at like the bright screen while I'm trying to read like pages of stuff.
I read manga on my phone mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, I only read, I read One Piece, My Hero, and then I've finished reading Demon Slayer just because I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I've read some One Punch Man. I've caught up in Dragon Ball Super or just Dragon Ball.
That's what I want to I want to read.
It's vastly different.
Yeah, I heard it's better.
Yeah, it's the pacing is way better.
And like some of the fights are better, and the people involved in the fights are better.
Yep.
Gohan isn't a bitch.
Yeah, I haven't reread I reread the Tournament of Power, but I haven't reread the stuff before that. I've read some of the stuff
Oh yeah.
because they're on chapter 70 something.
Oh.
Yeah, that's from beginning to entire arc past where Super is.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's because the chapters are 50 pages, and normal manga their chapters are anywhere from 14 to 18 pages.
Yeah.
So,
huh?
Yeah, My Hero's also better, at least right now in the manga, because
Well, they're finally done with the stupid whatever arc.
And I swear to God, dude, I bet you they're gonna show I haven't watched this week's episode. I don't know if you have or not, but
yeah.
Okay. I guess I don't want to spoil it for people or whatever. But I am I right? Where are they doing a downtime thing right now?
Well,
they probably didn't go into the next actual thing that's happening.
Probably no. They didn't. Nothing exciting's happened, but
Right.
I think something will next episode. At least because I watched the preview just because I wanted to.
Yeah.
And it looks like something's actually going to happen.
Yeah, this episode season is supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for the anime this season, but I was like, oh my God. I'm not saying, because I got caught up. I didn't watch this week's, but I watched all the other ones. And the pacing of it was horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
It was horrible. I'm not.
There was only good episodes that the pacing was good. It was Bakugo's fight,
and the last one with Midoriya.
Yeah.
Where shit was going.
Actually happening.
Yeah.
And then all the other fights, why is this fight taking 2 episodes?
Yeah.
This could be half of an episode.
Yeah, the manga, has that information in there, but it doesn't, it feels like the anime dwells on some of that stuff, you know what I mean? And, they were doing, it doesn't make sense to me, because this stuff's not, the stuff that happened with Midoriya is important,
yeah.
but the other stuff,
yeah.
It's not very relevant. It's more for fans, right?
Right.
Because they want to see those other characters do stuff.
Yeah.
And
well, do you really? It's 2 episodes for
and then,
stupid teams.
Last season when he was fighting Overhaul and stuff,
they
did the whole fight in one episode, and it was okay, you just packed 2.5-3 chapters into one episode.
Yeah.
So, but you're gonna make a fight that was 1 chapter 2 episodes.
Yeah, and it's not even story relevant.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that because they don't want to catch up with the manga or whatever, but the manga is ending.
Yeah,
the
so
manga is in
matter.
its final arc, so you're not going to be able to catch up with it. The manga's on chapter 316's coming out next week, and they're roughly on chapter 150, 160-ish. So there's no way you're going to catch up.
Yeah.
Especially because you do your anime seasonally. You're not One Piece or Naruto where you do an episode every week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Weird sturf.
I hate to say that kind of stuff about an anime / manga that I really, really like, but I'm just,
I mean, sometimes you gotta
it's
call
fair
them out.
criticism.
Right.
So. Anything else, Nick?
No, I'm out.
About you?
Yeah. Have you guys seen Playdate?
Playdate?
Yeah.
Is it a game?
Handheld console.
The fuck?
Really weird.
That's the worst name I've ever heard.
It's a cool concept.
Is this it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but there's things about it I really don't like.
Whoa! What the hell?
One, it has a crank.
Oh, you can't charge the battery?
No, you can.
You have to.
No, the crank's for the games. It's input for game. No,
I was like, what the fuck? Dude?
No, it has a rechargeable battery. But one of the things I like is that you buy it, and apparently they get a game. They send a game to you every week. Well, they changed it recently to 2 games every week.
Okay.
After you buy it, it's not out yet. It doesn't come out probably till next year. But thing I don't like is the screen. One, it's obviously black and white.
Right.
Two, it's not backlit.
Oh,
What?
that's kind of fucked.
And three, it's $180.
Jesus Christ! What fucking
Well,
year is it? That they don't have
how
a
many games are you gonna get
screen?
total? Is it a year that you get games for?
Yeah,
or...
you get 24 games for a year, or like throughout the first year.
and then you have to pay a subscription after that. I'm assuming. or-
I think so. They didn't straight up say that, but then they also announced recently that they have game development software where you just open it up in a web page and it's like simple to use, so anybody can make a game for it basically.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
And then what? You can plug this in and download that game.
You don't even have to plug it in. It has Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. But it
can-
doesn't have a backlit screen.
Right. That's what. So it has Wi-Fi, has Bluetooth, it has USB-C charging, but it doesn't have backlit screen.
Yeah, that's kind of
Like,
fucked.
Black and white, sure, I guess,
you
for
know,
what you're going
It's
for.
a stylized thing, you know.
But no backlit screen. Apparently, it's really easy to see. But if you want to play that in the dark, that absolutely sucks.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? That's
I'll probably end up getting it, but I don't think it's gonna sell a ton.
Yeah. Now, what the hell is the point of these?
Those are just screws holding it together.
Oh, okay. They just like
Just
okay.
style, I guess. I
Now,
don't know.
the one thing I
Design.
will say is I feel like this isn't going to be extremely comfortable.
I don't think the whole console is gonna be comfortable. Period.
Just because like they're not at a 45-degree angle,
Yeah.
which I think could make that stronger. But
I mean, and then look how small it is. It's,
right,
It's gonna be cramped.
yeah.
Cause like, well, I actually ended up I caved.
What?
Bought that vertical one that looks like a Game Boy.
Oh, did you?
Bought
Dude.
this.
How much was it?
Let me see this thing.
Well, it went on sale for on Amazon. It's normally like 120, but it went on sale for like 90 something.
This is so cool.
I bought it then. It feels way better than I thought it was going to because I'm just used to the metal ones, and this one's plastic. And the screen seems way better, way bigger than I thought it was going. Also,
Yeah.
the whole console is way bigger.
This
so
honestly
it's-
feels good holding it
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Are
It's,
there, like,
it's a little better than
This isn't uncomfortable, but it's
But it's
odd
not.
that I have to lace my fingers a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
But these feel nice.
yeah. I agree. The whole thing feels pretty nice, and
Yeah.
like the screen is way better than the horizontal one.
And that's the
At lea-
Ambernick what?
351
351. Okay.
RG 351.
RG 351.
Okay. The whole name is the Amberdick RG351V because it's the vertical
Right.
one.
Yeah. V.
And then the other version, which is the horizontal one, it has the P, which for plastic, and the M for the metal one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool, man. I like. How much was that again?
I got it for like 100,
Okay.
but it normally is like 120.
Okay.
And then I bought
mean-
this one because it was cheap as hell.
Oh, what?
The SNES one.
Does it just have a bunch of SNES games?
Well, it still plays. Well, it doesn't play everything as much as this. Like, you basically no Dreamcast games are playable, only PS1.
Okay.
And then like some N64 is playable, like what's it
Oh,
called?
this is made by the same people who make the controller?
It's not, but they help design it.
Okay. You notice that this one doesn't
Yeah.
click?
It works fine
Yeah.
still, but it was like under 50.
Yeah. No, that's cool, though.
It's normally 70, I think, but it goes on sale all the time, and it was on sale, and I was like,
And that's what model for people?
this is the Pocket Go S30.
Switch this and you can... Pocket Go S30. Yeah, that looks cool. That thing's awesome, though. Like, if I didn't buy that other one that I bought from you,
Yeah.
I would probably buy that. But I mean, like, I play it sometimes when I'm like laying in bed, but I don't play it enough to justify buying like a second
Another
one. So
Yeah, the only reason I bought it was for videos, honestly.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm kind of glad I bought it now that I've used it because this screen is just so much better because it's a 4x3, so it works.
aspect ratio is better.
Yeah, it works better for most retro games.
Yeah, because what's the aspect ratio on like the other?
The other one's 3x2, so it's
Okay.
like Game Boy Advanced resolution,
Yeah.
but like it makes Game Boy games look like garbage. It makes PlayStation games look weird, and like SNES games, like you can make it be the regular resolution of those. Like, you can decide if you want it stretched or not. But if it's stretched, it looks terrible, and if it's not stretched, cuts off like you're not using a lot of the screen,
Yeah.
so it makes the screen even smaller.
Now, so this crank is literally just to like play certain games.
Yep.
Okay. And what's the aspect ratio for this?
I'm not sure.
24 games.
I don't even know the resolution. Sure it's yeah, it has a dock too.
What the fuck?
It's just it literally you can use it as an alarm, I guess, and a radio.
What the hell?
It's just a really
So this like
the Playdate thing.
it sets on to
Yeah, like it has
this.
magnets.
But sets like this is the thing itself. That line obviously is
Yep.
where it's distinguished, and then
And yeah, and it just attaches with magnets, I guess.
Okay.
It charges it. It charges it. It's Bluetooth speaker. It has a pen holder and it comes with a pen.
but not a backlit screen.
Yeah, that's the thing that really like bugs me the most about it.
Yeah. Okay. Battery 14 days standby, 8 hours active, 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, 180 megahertz. Which I mean, nothing, but it's black and white, and I mean, 16 megabyte RAM, 12 or 32 kilobytes.
What? It only has 4 gigs of storage.
4 gigs of flash storage, which, I mean, that should be more than enough for the games.
I mean, I guess, but if you're like
Because
developing
I feel like these
for it,
games
or
probably aren't like they're probably like a couple hour playthroughs or something like that.
probably, but that's still
Display 400 by 240.
like, what if they figure out something where you can port like other games, like
Yeah.
you want other games on there?
3-axis accelerometer,
Oh, it has an
crank.
accelerometer.
What is this? Oh, that's the
That's just the
okay.
side
Yeah, gotcha.
profile of it.
USB-C, $179 plus tax and shipping.
Yeah, like I said, it's a cool concept, but it is pretty dang expensive.
Yeah.
Especially when this thing, which has a way better processor than that, is
And a
only
backlit screen.
and a backlit screen and higher resolution.
Yeah.
And also
it's
games that people have actually heard of.
This is definitely a niche, you know.
It has games that people actually heard of, but this one didn't come with any because it didn't even come with an SD card.
Okay.
And it's also illegal to sell them with ROMs on them. But some of them do, like this did.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Allegedly.
They allegedly have games
well,
that
they don't know
people
where
have
I
heard
bought
of.
it. Don't really.
They don't
matter.
even know if you bought it.
Could have stole it. I don't know where I would find one to steal it, but I could have.
Maybe Micro Center.
Maybe. It's probably not something this, at least this new. This one maybe.
Right, yeah, that's the one I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool concept for a handheld, but there's so many handhelds out there that better for the price, and
Yeah.
like nothing is even that expensive besides like these mini PCs, like and they're way more expensive than that. But
Right.
they do have one coming out that it runs Android, and I think it has like a 6-inch screen, and it's apparently supposed to run like up to GameCube.
Okay.
And it's only supposed to be 200. So
That ain't bad.
No.
yeah, that one I think if it works well is going to be the best one so
Yeah.
far. Like because most of them are using the CPU that's in this one, and they're just reusing it with different form factor and slightly different features. But if that one is like actually able to run GameCube, that's 100% the next generation of whatever these
Right.
are.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That thing's dope though. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, it feels way better than I thought it was going to. I didn't know that the screen part was going to be this thin.
Yeah.
Licky.
So,
Clicky clacky.
Yeah. I think that's about it then, right?
Yeah, that's all I had.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. Consider liking, subscribing, commenting, all that kind of shit. You can check us out here on twitch.tv/TheChaoticNerdz with a Z. TheChaoticNerdz with a Z on pretty much all platforms, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. The only thing I've been posting on Twitter is when I upload a video now. I'm not going to post when we go live or nothing. I just don't feel like doing it. I'll do it on Facebook, even though I forgot to today. But
Wayo.
whatever. They do those One Piece chapter reviews, so if you like One Piece and you read the manga or you want to get caught up in the manga or anything like that, check those out. And
Check me out on YouTube. Do stuff on these handheld game consoles. Marco1458.
Nick,
You can check me out on OnlyFans.com.
Damn.
JK, don't follow me anywhere.
He shows his butthole.
I do show my butthole, but you gotta tip me extra for that.
He'll rate your D pics.
Yep, definitely. That's another $5 though.
$5. That's it.
$5 per D pic.
Damn, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to look at a lot of dicks.
Oh man.
All right. See you guys later.
Later.